Yo,
Sully, what's up, Boost?
What's up? What's up?
yo.
Yachty comes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get it, Boost.
Oh yeah. Wefobz Podcast. Episode 28. Oh yeah. Yes, we got. Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
5 days, baby.
Wefobz.
Let's get it, Boost.
Let's
That's
get
right.
it. Hey, what's up, Wefobz Nation? What's up, my hosts? Everybody, you are right here, episode 28 for the Wefobz Podcast, and you are keeping it posted with Rstamon,
But
Puni Moa,
Wee.
and guysosmooth. What's up, my brothers? How are you coconuts doing on this momentous occasion?
life is blessed. Can't complain, you know. Good to be here once again.
Love it. Puni Moa, you got that new look going on you? Freaking Rstamon got that new look going on. What's going on? What's going on? What am I missing?
Damn, Boost, better than I deserve. You know what I'm saying? Just another day and we're ready to talk some stories with you, brothers.
And stories we will talk. So, you all ready to get right into the freaking meat of what we always do here at Wefobz? You all ready for this?
Let's get it, bro.
I'm all about the meat.
Yeah.
With some hot
yeah.
sauce on the side.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
You know, us coconuts, we let that meat a little of that little nice tender fat.
Don't
Okay,
go
but
home
that's
with that.
all right. Let's get this out of the way. Disclaimer, everybody. Everything expressed here on this podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The views expressed belong to the speakers themselves and do not represent the Wefobz Enterprise brand. The Wefobz mission is to promote and encourage the changing of negative mindsets, stigmas, situations, and encounters into positive outcomes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Damn.
What we got going on?
Hey, I like that. I like that. Just like we said, get right into me. Okay, so this first one is for this is one of the ones that I think people a lot know this guy. I know both of you have heard about him. You both heard about MrBeast. You know about MrBeast?
Yeah, that dude that gets money, Boost. The one that gives away money and stuff, huh?
That's the man, you know him? Puni knows.
No, I am not familiar with this gentleman at all.
Okay, so
Hey, that tells you how big the world is, because MrBeast is very popular. He's like the what, Michael Jordan of what, the YouTube channel, or one of the
YouTube, yeah.
platforms.
he's the Michael Jordan of YouTube.
Yeah, and maybe I've run into him before, but I'm not recognizing him.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Puni Moa, you want to spread some sauce on who MrBeast is and help our brother Rstamon get familiar with it, or you want me to do it?
I'll leave it to you, brother.
All right. So if you look up MrBeast on Bing, you say, who is MrBeast? In Bing, or you Google it, but I'm using Bing. His name is Jimmy Donaldson, born May 7th, 1998. Young ass kid compared to us coconuts right here.
Yeah.
And he's
For
better
real, man.
for real. He's better known online as MrBeast. He's an American YouTuber, entrepreneur, philanthropist. He's been credited with pioneering the genre of YouTube videos that centers on extensive stunts. He's also the co-creator of Team Tree's fundraiser foundation for the Arbor Day Foundation. A fundraiser for the Arbor Day Foundation, which has raised over $72 million. Anyhow, just know Rstamon, MrBeast is pretty big personality with podcasts and all there's everything on the internet that deals with this type of stuff that we do.
Hey, bro, where did he get his money from? How did he all start? You know, I never really looked into that part.
So when MrBeast started, if I'm correct, some people, Wefobz Nation, you can correct me if you want to on the comments. But what I know from him, and what I followed most of what he does because, of course, I'm a YouTuber like him. We all are. He went and he started giving people money, like just to help them in their lives out of nowhere. Like he'll give people money out of nowhere as a stunt. Which yeah, because he started doing that, other small companies started realizing and started saying, hey, if you gave our money away and with our name on it, we give you more money to give away. And imagine what that became, because he worked that formula on YouTube back in when did Bing say when he started? Let's see.
I don't know. It was a while back, but remember Rstamon,
the early days of YouTube. Yeah.
Remember how you see those videos where he's the one that initiated, but then you start seeing other people start doing it. They'll just go up to random stranger and just start giving them like a few $1,000s. Yeah, these guys.
MrBeast was like the freaking guy that
the OG
of that. Back in 2018, he started popping that off.
Okay.
I think even earlier before that too. Says here in 2018, he gave away $100,000 worth of items to homeless shelters and random people. So he was doing it randomly, and he was getting a lot of views for it. And he's got, I think, the largest following on YouTube.
That's correct. I believe that's correct.
Does he?
Yeah, I believe he has the largest following on YouTube. And I'm going to look it up for everyone right now so we can get our facts straight.
That's when you go, damn, he's a beast.
Yeah, that's exactly what the name is, right? Beast.
Yeah, MrBeast. He has his whole story, and there's documentaries about why he did it and stuff like that. Come on, MrBeast. I just searched you.
Damn, the dude's only 25 years old?
Yep, 1998 was born. 173 million subscribers.
Wow.
Bro, this kid was like only 1 year old when I was a junior when this guy was. Damn,
give it out your timeline, dudes.
Damn, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
dude,
I'm not gonna say where I was. 1998.
1998. That's a good year too, bro.
It was a good year,
bro. So he made millions of dollars, and he's still making millions of dollars to the day. His videos generate millions of dollars in revenue. And he gives away freaking houses, cars to random people for doing random things. Like he'll say, if you can, he'll give you a stunt to pull off. It's not a very hard stunt. Some people it is. Like there was a stunt where he bought like a bunch of people and they had to put their hand on a ball, and the last person to let go of the ball is the winner of like 500,000 or something like that.
I've seen that one time. I remember that.
It was a couple of days that like they were gonna go do it for like a couple of hours. It went almost 2 days or 3 days, I think. I might be wrong, but he does videos like that, and it gets a lot of attention, and it inspired a whole new niche of different content creation. Anyhow, now that we set the foundation, go ahead, please.
Yeah, real quick, just shedding more light on this kid. Well, young man, right? The act of selfless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
he really wasn't doing any of this just to show, like, just to get viral. He really was doing this because that's what he likes to do, is to help others. I mean, yeah, granted, he was born in a middle class, raised out there in North Carolina. But I'm just reading the Wikipedia. I'm like, okay, this boy's from the South, right up the road from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I just wanted to point out. His character.
So that very character is being called into question on this topic that I'm putting forth to you all. because he tells the story. I watched a couple documentaries where he tells the story. He didn't come into much money with his family, and he just started doing videos at a very young age, like when he was in high school and stuff like that. Anyhow, let's get to the story behind it, which is from the PC Gamer. Rich Stanton from PC Gamer writes, MrBeast Burger says MrBeast's a no-good bully who's elevated greed over his word and the truth, and it'll see him in court. In other words, because MrBeast he came up with this concept called the MrBeast Burger. And it's being, this is what the article says. This week brought the news that YouTube Jimmy MrBeast Donaldson has launched legal action against his own brand of burgers, described in the filing as being delivered to customers in a raw, revolting, and inedible state, among many other things. The company behind MrBeast Burger, which is Virtual Dining Concepts, VDC, has now responded to the suit and accused the star of bullying tactics and a meritless case. So I'm going to summarize for everybody because I already read the whole damn thing. MrBeast says these guys aren't doing quality stuff using his name, quality burgers using his name. It's not what he signed up for, so he's suing them. These guys came back and said, no, the reason he's suing us is because he wants more shares in our company, which he's already getting a good percentage of, but he wants more. And he's bullying us by doing these tactics. He's a liar. That's what this company is saying. It calls into question because MrBeast's brand is built on that very, like Puni Moa said, Rstamon, Wefobz Nation, it's built on that very giving, very what did you say, Puni Moa, he was?
Selfless.
He's very selfless. That's what his brand is built on. But these guys are calling it into question. So what I want to hear from you both is, what are your thoughts on this? Like, this multi-million-dollar name, MrBeast, this person, this persona, is now being, is he being exposed? What is he being, what's your guys' take on this? The floor is open. Let's get it.
I'll give the honors to you, Rstamon.
All right. Hey, I'll say MrBeast is not wrong for what he's doing.
Tell him.
He has a reputation to protect. And there's no quality control apparently with VDC in using his name to sell burgers, but it totally affects they're carrying his name about. It's like if some guy was Jordan was sponsoring him and all he did was rob banks and rob 7-Elevens. You gotta keep your brand strong. You gotta keep your name strong. They're like, he want a bigger piece of the pie. He gives away millions of dollars. It doesn't matter how much money he has. He already has more than enough. He gives away millions every year. So what's the difference? It's not like he's saying, oh, I'm going to hoard this money. He's going to hoard it. He's going to give it away. So I think they're wrong. It's just a low blow tactic saying he's a bully because they're producing inferior quality products and passing it on to the consumers. And now it's a backlash because now they've gone straight to the top, MrBeast himself, and let him know what kind of products that the people that's supposed to be carrying his name are sending out there to the public.
Yep.
So I back
MrBeast.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. You said it exactly. I don't know if you realize, but in our current state when it comes to our economy, a lot of our, especially these burger joints and any kind of restaurant, the staff themselves ain't even doing a good job. Me as a customer, just even going to any kind of restaurant in the U.S., the service has been very poor lately. And a lot of times you'll see on social media when it comes to these burger joints, a lot of these employees are pretty much being like assholes, where they all of a sudden feel entitled and want to get mad at customers for just trying to order. And then now they
Yeah.
want to turn around and complain. Oh, Mr. Beast is that? Nah. It's this, first of all, it's the managers who's running the business, the frontline managers, and the ones that they're staffing. Let's keep it real, man. Our people in America, we don't like working these kind of restaurant jobs. So they're gonna have piss poor attitudes and feel entitled. That's where I'm at.
There's no QC. There's nobody watching over them. There's no quality control. They're just putting out whatever, because nobody has to tell them, hey, this is what you need to do. If some sort of quality control has been established, well, everybody neglects it if that's the product that they're producing, because it's not. Some companies are very stringent with their products, they're franchising.
Yep.
They have people come out and be what you call it. There's a name for it. Ghost shoppers or ghost buyers, and they go and buy stuff.
The secret shoppers. Yep.
Yeah, secret shoppers, just to see what kind of product is being produced, and how they get treated by the staff and whatever and stuff. That's how those franchises that have been in business for a long time and got like certain strict quality controls, they adhere to that. So they have what you call it. They're on top of their product, and they're on top of their franchise to make sure that their franchise stays number one or number two or whatever, because there's a lot of competition out there. So what's going on with MrBeast's product is that there's no quality control, just none. Everybody's just doing what they want,
Yeah, if anything, it's Mr. Beast's name. What's pushing the business? That's all it is. Yeah. I mean, he takes his name away from that business is gone.
Oh yeah.
So he's smart. The kid is smart. The young man is smart to sue them, because it's his name, it's his brand.
Yeah, it's his brand. It's his brand totally.
Well,
if there's no standard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if there's no standard in producing the food, then what's the sense?
No standard, no culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see where both of you are coming from. I'll just play once again on the other side just for a little bit, because we'll see how it plays out. I pretty much there was also a couple articles, I think it was a year back or 2 years back. It came up that he wasn't satisfied with the quality of the burgers before. Like, it came up before. I think I saw it on YouTube, or I saw it on one of the Facebook videos. But this is now it's coming to light. He's suing them to get his name out there. He must have a contract with them. And quality control, as you said, Rstamon, definitely. That's the basic reason why he wants the quality on his brand.
Yeah.
Everybody should. Yep.
You know, going back to the Jordan name brand, because he's my favorite athlete of all time.
Mm-hmm.
If he made inferior quality shoes, would people buy them?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter if his name was Jordan. They'd buy them, be like, I'm buying that again. It's inferior quality.
Well, there you heard it, Wefobz Nation. Most of our hosts here are on the side of MrBeast with this issue. But if it does come to light that anything's a little weird there, we'll see within the coming days. But most likely, from my end, I tend to agree with my two hosts here. Just based off of the history of what's going on and MrBeast, I don't see him changing his ways anytime soon. Like, he made himself quite comfy off of being selfless. So why change the brand, like Puni Moa said and Rstamon?
Exactly.
Why change now?
He's already displayed many years of character. Yeah, his resume speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird to hear the business side of his partners trying to sue him and say that, oh, he's being picky about stuff.
No, he's suing them. He wants to get his name off of there. Like
he wants to get his name, but didn't you mention that even the employers or the business people he's business with are saying that, oh, he's being picky or he's being dishonest about stuff? Isn't that what you mentioned?
No, that's the VDC guys. That's the burger guys. The VD that has his burgers. What he's not suing to get his name on. He's suing to stop MrBeast Burger completely. Like nobody should be using it. Well, this company cannot be using that name.
Mm.
You know, he's telling the judge, you need to stop MrBeast Burger because it doesn't live up to the quality that they said they were supposed to do. And I guess he's got paperwork that says it all and evidence to the fact. He's got lawyers to do his thing, do their thing. And we will see. We will see what comes to light in this case. But why did we bring it up for the Wefobz Nation? When you go and you put your name on something and you build yourself a brand, Rstamon and Puni Moa pointed it out. Your brand should always represent high quality standards. Unless you're a scammer or a cheater or one of those low-life scums and you want to just steal from people, then that's a different story. But if you stand by what you create and what you put out and the product that you're giving people, Wefobz Nation, then you should also be able to be ready to defend it in the court of law. You should be able to back it up 100%.
Yep.
Just some tips there. Not a financial advice. Some tips there for all of you looking for that financial freedom through different ways, such as entrepreneurship. And if you want to steal some, go there.
They gotta take a page, bud. They gotta take a page. Ain't that right, Rstamon? They gotta take a page from Nike. That's a good pointer. I mean, look at how they did Jordan. They still take good care of him. They gotta take a page from that page, man, because that's a good example of how you take care of somebody with a brand, especially when it's their name, their character.
Yeah. Well, you know, and it's a trip because when Jordan puts out the new sneakers from back in the day, like a retro, they call it, it sells out super fast.
Mm-hmm.
It sells out in a matter of minutes.
Those things are going for like $300, $500, even a couple thousand.
$800,
yeah.
People are trading them like trading cards, like NFTs.
And let's not forget, man, Nike, they were in competition with Converse and Adidas at that time before Jordan came around. You know, this is starting to sound just like this company. They sound like they're being ungrateful, which it should be the other way around. That they need to like do everything in their power to make MrBeast happy because if he walks away, I can guarantee you that this VDC, we won't hear from them again. I never heard of them anyway to begin with. So,
well, that kind of brings up the other side. Like, wouldn't you think they'd do everything in their power to keep them happy? So they would be like, "Why are you suing us? We're trying to meet your standards." Because, like I said, they brought up that he's been trying to take a larger share of the company, is what they're saying. I don't know if they might have evidence to the fact that would that change your guys' view of MrBeast? If because
no, it will not change mine because he's the one. The company capitalized on his name.
Yeah.
If you want some larger share, so what? You made millions and millions and millions from this guy's name.
Yeah.
You know, and if you think that you are complacent now, that you could do it without him, let him give him back his name and see what happens. See how many people come and eat your burgers.
You know,
hey, good point. Yeah, right.
Rstamon, you brought a good point because again, it's just going back to Nike and Jordan history. Remember what the movie said. I mean, Jordan's mom asked for something that's unheard of. It's exactly what your question was, guysosmooth. And remember, Jordan's mom asked for like she wants to make sure that his son has a share. A share of the stock.
Puni, you're speaking on some stuff that a lot of people, a lot of Wefobz Nation probably don't understand. What you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? When he was young, his mom made the deal with Nike?
Before, how he closed, how the deal was closed. The deal was closed because Michael Jordan's mom asked for something that was unheard of at that time. And that was just to have a share and everything that the name Jordan sells. That's pretty much what MrBeast is asking for too. It's the same thing. I can pretty much say that he's kind of following the blueprint of Michael Jordan because it's his name. And that company, VDC, they need to wake up and follow, because what did Phil Knight do? Phil Knight, the owner of Nike, he said, screw it, let's do it. Because he knew that Jordan's the one that's going to be bringing the company up. And that's what happened, man. Look at it now.
Well, you two are talking about Jordan a lot. I think on the other side of the spectrum, just as a lesson to a lot of the Wefobz Nation, there is also those people that could F up their brand big time. And I'll give you both an example. Kanye West. You both know about how he messed up his brand? Lost
No.
billions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Kanye started going on a couple of rants on top of social media, and a lot of people saw them as very racist rants. He did a lot of, they called it anti-Semitic rants against the Jewish people. Puni, are you familiar with what he did?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And
the social media, that's all that got him.
Yeah, but because of this, because I think he was in who was doing his shoes? Kanye had a deal with Yeezy to put out Yeezy shoes with
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeezys. Yeezys were under
Yeezys.
What brand were Yeezys under?
I'm trying to remember. I think it's
Adidas. So Yeezys.
Was it Adidas?
Yeah, he had a big ass multi-billion-dollar deal with Adidas to put out his Yeezys. What had happened though was, because of all his stuff, they dropped him, paid him like whatever it was for dropping him off of contract, and canceled him outright.
Yeah, was it Adidas? And also, what's the name of the fashion? I forgot. It's like those Versace's, one of them name brands. I forgot what they're called.
Yeezys.
I know the shoes weren't cheap. Those shoes weren't cheap.
Yeah, but
no, they were almost on the level of Jordans.
No, they were more than that. They were selling.
Yeah. No.
They're looking at them.
You're right. They were higher level. These guys were high-end shoes. So they dropped them, canceled the Yeezys.
It was the Adidas, and then I'm forgetting what the name.
There was a bunch of them. There was a bunch of them. A bunch of companies dropped it because of all the stuff he was saying. Mind you, Kanye West has been proven in public he has mental health issues. And mind you, it was a fact he wasn't on his meds too when he was starting to do a lot of the stuff, like all his rants in public. Lots of stuff went on. He's basically a no figure right now. Like, you don't hear about him anymore. And if you do, it's like you see where he's at. He's keeping a low profile. But that's one of the examples for you all about a person that could ruin their brand if they're not making the right moves or doing things.
Well, you know what? He got complacent and thought people would follow him no matter what he said.
There you go. That's what I was trying to. Yep. There you go. Speak to us on that, Rstamon, before we can move on to the next topic. What is it about complacency?
Complacency for me, it's like in Kanye's term, in his what he encountered was, I think he had such a big following and people worshiped him and listened to him and stuff. He may have, in his own mind, told himself, let's not go as high as a god. Let's just say a demigod, and he thought that no matter what he did, he was untouchable and that people would still follow him, and people were eating him up while he was doing his stuff. But when he don't realize that a lot of people have a certain tolerance for certain things. Yeah, they'll laugh and they'll support you and do this, but sometimes you're crossing the line for them, especially on matters like race and politics and stuff and gender. It would. A lot of people, that's the line draws somewhere. They don't care about anything else. They will go hungry to buy his shoes. But he says something about the way they're living or their race or something. That's the line for some people, and he crossed the line on multiple paths. He did. So that's where he's just reaping what he sowed at the moment.
And that's one of the great lessons everyone should learn. What, crossing the line. As Rstamon pointed out, right, Puni Moa, like he thought he had the followers that would follow him onto death, but people are fickle.
Just gotta be humble.
He let his ego get in the way. Remember, he also tried to attempt to be a president of the United States one time too. There's a lot of things that he demanded. Remember all those stuff that he was he was like the other version of Donald Trump. And just unfortunate for a talented guy. He should have just stuck to what he was good at and leave it at that. But hey, that's the downfall of social media, when you have a platform like that and you just don't know how to just keep your mouth quiet and just kind of do your own thing. That's what happens too. Backfires.
I just thought of something. Maybe he thought he was a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do, they'll follow you.
Yeah, I think, remember, that's pretty much, I mean, he was pretty much on top of the world, right?
He
if you really think about it.
But I think with the Kardashians, though, they knew what line not to cross, right? Because look the way they carry themselves. They don't do that other stuff. They don't give right. They don't give a shit about what people are saying. They just do their thing.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes to like
they don't ruffle people's feathers, though, is what I'm trying to say. They don't go and do what Kanye West did.
Well, you got to remember his background. The guy came from Chicago. His upbringing from you got to understand. Just coming from like the rest of us who comes from the slum. You know what I'm saying? When you get introduced to money and power and fame like that, you tend to forget, where you came from. Especially depending on your circle that you surround, whoever you surround yourself with. And that's pretty much what happened to this young man. His circle, I mean, remember, he got signed with, was it Jay-Z with Rough Riders? I mean, Rockefeller.
Rockefeller?
Right? Yeah. And that was
Did he get signed with them, or I thought he was his own independent brand?
He was, but that's the who brought him out was Jay-Z and them. And then, like how Rstamon brought up the Kardashian, he then marries Kim Kardashian, who became a sensation, and they pretty much kind of trumped Jay-Z and Beyonce in this hip hop world of the woman, the man and the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like a powerhouse.
For a little while until that.
Just for a little while until he kind of overtook it.
Well, where are we going with this, Wefobz Nation? Once again, we talked about we talked about MrBeast. So MrBeast is standing up for his brand. So you have two sides of the spectrum: MrBeast, Kanye West. Both stood up for their brands, but you gotta be able to recognize the line that's drawn and where things can go from there. This is what Rstamon Puni Moa is putting out there, and this is what I'm reiterating for you. And this is why we shared that topic for everyone here on this podcast for episode 28. So, host, what do you say we take a little break and we come back right after these messages?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Puni Moa.
And Queen.
Get onto our wefobz.io.
Support from the islands. Go ahead and go on that wefobz.io. We got merchants for sale with affiliated with Amazon. And also we got entertainment up there. You will see podcasts and click on the podcast so you can listen to Wefobz and yours truly, whyuce. See ya.
And we out.
Hey, welcome back, Wefobz Nation. Welcome back, Puni Moa. Welcome back, Rstamon.
Yep.
Well,
we back, baby.
Hell yeah. And thank you all, Wefobz Nation, for letting us talk over that topic of your brand and what it means to you, and if you ever create one, how you should hold yourself down and stuff like that. Once again, just tips that you should put in the toolbox. We're also learning from it too on our road, as usual, to financial freedom. Without further ado, gentlemen, shall we move on to the next agenda within our repertoire? All right, ladies and gents, we're right here at the business news section of the Wefobz Podcast. This news is all about any of the news that makes your mind go bzz, whether supernatural, unnatural, or just plain natural. We're going to bring it to you. If it interests us, we want to share it with you right here. And this definitely is going to interest a lot of people because it's making the rounds on social media. If you're on Twitter, which is now known as X, you have seen it already. If you're on Facebook, you would have seen it. YouTube sharing it. And now we here at Wefobz is going to share it. Brothers, this one is from Next Shark. It's about a Sikh store owner who goes viral for beating armed robber with a stick in California. I don't even need to read the article. I'm just going to share the link up there. Everybody can go read it. It'll be in our description. You can watch the video. It is some funny shit. It's basically a thief getting pawned, or should I say owned. We're trying to steal from 7-Eleven run by a Sikh family out in California. Is this called? Is this justice? Is this okay? Is this, what would you all think? Is this right? The floor is open. Talk to me.
Puni Moa, let you take this one.
Hey.
Man, yeah. Is it justice? Is it to me, I just feel like it's you stupid. I don't know, man. It's kind of like
You stupid.
I don't know what well, it seems like the guy was probably on drugs. It seems like it, he must have been, I don't know what he was drinking, but it must have been really good because first of all, you don't go in there with a gun, you go with a little pocket knife. And then on top of that, what you're using to steal stuff is a trash can. And you just taking your sweet time by just, dumping a whole bunch of carton of cigarettes, thinking you're going to get away with it. And then just the way he got his butt whooped, man, it was funny as hell. It's crazy, bro. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I mean, it's just kind of one of them things,
Oh, man.
The shop owners nowadays or the cashiers, they don't play games. It wasn't too long ago that somebody else, there's a few viral.
There's a few of them, bro. There's a few of them.
You try to mess with the cashiers, they're not playing with that. They don't get paid a lot to be messing around with.
Well, before Rstamon comes on, Puni Moa, let me read what this article says right here. It says the viral incident. In a video circulating on social media, a thief whose face is concealed with a blue cloth can be seen rummaging through the store shelves and tossing tobacco products into a large garbage bin. When the store owner tries to intervene and threatens to call the police, the thief who wields the knife, which we're talking about, in his pocket warns him to back up. The person recording the incident from behind a plastic partition also tells the store owner not to intervene. He says, just let him go. There ain't nothing you can do. They're not going to do nothing, he says, before asking if the owner had insurance. As the robber tries to leave, a store employee grabs hold of his arms as the store owner hits the man with a stick, delivering more than 20 blows to his body despite the man's pleas for mercy.
Lot of mercy.
Oh, talk to me, Rstamon.
Oh, man.
You know what? Everybody deserves a good beating sometime. Just to set you straight, And if that didn't do it, he's got to be in something else. And the store owner took a risk beating that guy if he was upped up on some drugs or something, because sometimes they don't feel anything. So that guy was probably just enough, but again, I'll go back to complacency. He got a little bit complacent. Instead of taking a couple boxes and hightailing it out of there, He wanted to fill a can because he thought they're scared of him.
Yeah.
But you know, like what's his name said that comedian, he's like, if you don't know, you're gonna learn today. He learned today that you don't just walk in on them stores and walk out when you're trying to snatch stuff up,
Well, there's that saying, you F around and you find out, right?
Yeah. He did. Like I said, those guys, a lot of those guys that are here from those Arabian countries, they used to walking around with bombs dropping and stuff around them, fighting constant, There's always something going on,
Violence
So
is always in their lives, huh? No
yeah,
matter whether they like it or not.
yeah. So it's like they ain't scared of pocket knife, That's child's play to them. They're even floss their teeth with that.
Well, it brings into perspective a lot of stuff with the, the left and the right like to fight on gun rights, gun ownership rights for owners and stuff, and whether you should be standing up for your store because, it's a family-owned store and everybody, even coconuts who own stores, how hard work that is to, to run a store, especially in the United States. California, I think, do both of you understand the problem with, like, there's a big problem people say with California, like their laws are set so that thieves can just go inside your store and steal shit?
Oh yeah. And the thing is, you would get in trouble if you
retaliate.
Like beat this guy. I'm waiting to see when they come up when he's going to sue the store owner and win
for what he did.
Yes, I'm waiting to see when that happens because that's the kind of laws they have there. So stupid. And they win like such stupid cases. It's ridiculous.
Man, we do not recommend people doing this because your life, like you said, Rstamon, and I think Puni Moa pointed it out, your life can be at stake. You never know what type of drugs or whatever stuff they're on, what kind of weapon they're holding. But everybody's hearts probably go out to the owners themselves, because if you know what it is like to own something and have it stolen right before your eyes, you know what the feeling is to want to get at that person that's doing the stealing.
And the thing is, they say leave it alone because you have insurance. Insurance will cover it.
That's what that guy,
What is to stop that guy from coming back again, and then his friends from coming back again, and their friends from coming back again?
Mm-hmm. And then, probably put in a lot of money to hire security.
Yeah.
You have to go through the insurance court case, right? Man.
Nip it in the butt. Lock the doors on them and take care of business yourself.
And that guy would definitely get a lawyer because there's a bunch of them like that, right? They said, you deserve money for getting beat, even though you were the thief and shit.
Yeah, you were begging for him not to beat you. It was excessive.
U.S. laws in these states.
Yeah, that was none. I got, I got beat more than that in elementary school growing up.
I think we all did.
Elementary school in the islands, whoo, boy.
Mm-hmm. I'm just laughing because I'm watching the video of it, and the first like 12 or 15 strike, the guy that was getting hit in his boots, because he had boots on, he was defending it, so he was dodging.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't getting hit because his feet was dodging it, blocking the hits. But then for some reason the guy that was pinning him down was able to flip him.
Yeah, he flipped over
his now that's what he got. He got the licking.
Like
and he actually got saved for some reason. I'm starting to feel like the cameraman was part of the.
He had commentary going. Remember, the cameraman was like, "Don't touch him, man. You got insurance." And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Yeah, beat his ass, beat his ass."
Yeah. And then the cameraman was like, "Stop lying, man. You ain't got a gun." So the camera guy actually saved him. He's like, "That's enough. That's enough hitting him. He learned his lesson." I'm sorry. Oh,
that's
man.
like that guy that stands out to this, get him. And then you're looking at, why don't you jump in? No, man, this is too good.
That's what I want to talk about, Rstamon. It's like, how are you going to just stay there and
The
film?
hype, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's another thing going on in the world nowadays.
So
People will whip out their phone before they even call 911 or even just, go there and help.
bro, they want to get viral and get that bucks that come with that viralness, man. Right? It goes back to the MrBeast thing again, dude. You go viral for what you do, you make hella money on it.
Well, it definitely went viral because it's at 436,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Almost in the mill, half a mil.
And one
in 4 hours.
I was in a store the other day, last week. I walked into Chevron, and this guy walked into the store, casually dressed, white dude, goes back to the fridge. I went to get me a little Mountain Dew because I needed a little Mountain Dew,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for the Mountain Dew. He reaches in the fridge and he picks up a couple of Long Island iced teas, the little ones, and puts them in his pocket. And I was like, "Oh, you're getting them from the back where it's cold out?" He's like, "Yeah." He reaches in, grabs a couple more. I go up, pay for my Mountain Dew, and he walks out the store, pops one outside as he walks out the store, starts drinking. Then pay for none. Just put it in his pocket, walked out the store.
Damn.
Yeah, right there. And he didn't care that I was standing there right next to him while he was pocketing like 6 of them because they're little cans, Yeah, he didn't care.
Was he seemed like he was on drugs or something?
Oh, man.
No, bro, there's a lot of people that do this stuff. They're not even on stuff. It's just gotten to that. It's gotten to the point where people don't give a F no more. They're going to walk out. They're going to walk out with the merchandise.
Oh, I mean, shoot, prices are expensive now. Everything's been raised.
Oh, man, but there's no excuse to steal, bro. Come on now. There's no excuse to steal.
No excuse to steal.
I'm
No
not.
excuse.
I'm not saying that. I'm for it.
It's
or
not like this
against
guy
it.
was getting food, Puni Moa.
he was drinking his pain. He probably
Yeah.
lost a job or something. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Still no excuse to steal.
Yeah,
So
no.
okay, here's a scenario. Let's just say here's a scenario. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
No excuse to steal, bro. No excuse to steal.
And he was picking certain ones too. This guy, I'm looking at it. Yeah, I see him picking some Black and Miles and stuff, and then he just started dumping. He picked certain ones.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that we're talking about, the 7-Eleven hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, but even if it goes back to the guy that you're talking about, Puni Moa, still no excuse to steal.
None.
None. I mean,
Oh my gosh. Oh, I see it. That's a big stick, bro.
yeah.
What a mercy.
It's
Oh my
entertaining. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, oh man,
No.
it is. It's
It's
bad.
good.
It's really bad.
sorry for the guy.
Right. I was just well, there's a lot
Oh,
of things going in my
oh man,
mind.
he's just beating his booty, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
oh,
like,
no.
okay, bros, you
Guys,
know
so
how this.
smooth. What if you were if I was just thinking because I was like, man, if I was the guy pinning him down, I wouldn't be holding him, bro. I'd just be swinging at his face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well-
that's just Samoans. Like, would just be pounding on him, right? But all
Bro,
he did was just hold him down. I was like, well, he got it.
I will tell you, I could tell you from experience from holding people
Mhm.
down, like the guy, because he had, it was a knife he was coming up against. If you look real clearly
Oh,
at
he was
how it
pinning.
happened,
Okay, so he was just
he
holding him.
tackled him, grabbed his arms, and he had no choice, right? So he went down to the ground with them because he probably knew in the back of his mind, man, if I get sliced up, I'm getting sliced up. But he held his arms so good in a way he couldn't move on the ground, but the guy that he had in his arms was locked too. And then the store owner with the big stick, you already know, man.
Oh.
Whoop him, whoop him, whoop him. And then he started
That
crying
was a
out.
big stick, bro.
Okay, yeah. So his right
He
arm
probably
grabbed
felt
it.
Yeah, because he couldn't, it was all in a panic mode. A lot of people don't realize this. They say they could do certain stuff if they were in a certain situation. But when you get into a scuffle with another human being, I'm speaking from experience, scuffle with another human being, your body, like, it doesn't react unless you've trained for the situation. Like, unless you train for a certain situation like that, like a fighting situation or wrestling. In my case, it was wrestling. sports kind of stuff, but that I could see that's why he fell down
So
and
the
he
guy-
couldn't do what you said.
No,
Like I
yeah,
know what you
no,
said,
he's
like he
trying
would
to-
have whammed on it, but he tried to lock him.
He's trying to. No,
Yeah.
he's still trying to grab the knife. He's trying to. take
Yeah,
the
that's
knife.
exactly he was
That's
because he
all he's doing.
knew.
Oh,
That's why
wait,
yeah. If you look at it, he's trying to.
so the knife is gone. Yep.
Yep. And then the guy tried to say he had a gun, but he had a boom. He's like, oh.
Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to our listeners. We got to move on because they're just listening to us. So yeah. We gotta move
Justice
on.
being served, vigilante style, I guess you could say it. But you know what? It's not something we recommend you do, Wefobz Nation. Be careful.
Did you see it? Yeah. You know what? Oh my God.
I'll have the link on the description for if you're listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube. It'll be in the description. You can click on the link to what we're talking about on Twitter, which is now known as X. I saw this clip on Twitter, and it because I follow this thing called Thieves Getting the bad word FUCKED. You should follow them too, Puni Moa. You'll see all these thieves. They're getting justice delivered in different parts of the country. You guys should get on that if you
What's
want
it called?
Thieves getting, it's a sentence. Thieves getting, and the word FUCKED.
And it's on what?
Twitter. On Twitter.
No,
Twitter is now
X,
called
X.
X.
Okay.
So Elon Musk changed Twitter to X.
Oh no.
But that's who I followed. That's when I first saw it. That's when a few first seconds when it came out. I was like, oh damn, look at this. Then I figured we should bring it. So why did we bring it here for you, Wefobz Nation? Just be careful out there. The world is really, especially in the United States, it's different. It's not as safe as it usually used to be.
Yep.
When it comes to that kind of call, yeah. I can't say what kind of call you're gonna make if you're a stone owner and you're getting robbed like that, but I think it should be a call in alignment with whatever laws you got going there. But I guess that's what you could call. They took the law into their own hands, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's that for this new section. Anything else to add, gentlemen?
No.
No.
We good on that one? Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you go back to the days of the Bible. Thou shalt not steal.
There we go.
Well, you know what?
10th
I'm
Commandment.
just gonna what do you call it? To our listeners, if you are on Twitter, which is also like now it's officially X, follow us, subscribe.
We're actually getting to that.
Because we need to get to that 500, baby. Let's go.
Well, Rstamon, Puni Moa, this is the following the market section of our Wefobz podcast, Wefobz Nation. This is where we try to follow plays, or we follow news that would put us on plays to where we could probably invest or make some money calls towards our financial freedom. And I've got a topic for you all today. It's related to everything we just talked about. You both ready for this? So, it's not even a news article, bro. It's just something that we're doing right now. Something I know I'm doing, and I'm going to get both of you influenced into it. Being a creator on X. Not ecstasy. Being a creator on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, when I mention creator, I mean being a content creator, because we're creating these Wefobz podcasts and we're uploading them to social media channels such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Man, speaking of TikTok, for some reason I'm unable to upload from desktop to TikTok. I gotta look back into that. But anyhow, that's just a side note. Being a creator on X, I gotta tell you guys, X is becoming a different type of platform. No filters, no shadow bans. Raw news comes out, and man, I'm gaining a following almost about to hit my 500 followers. It's been a while. But I'm not using the Wefobz brand. I'm using my moniker, Get Guysosmooth. Got me a blue check mark. Before blue check marks were given out like rarely to people. You had to earn them about after, I think it was 10,000 followers or 1,000 followers or something like that. But
Yeah.
Elon made it to where you could pay a monthly fee of $8 a month and you have your blue check mark, and it allows you to edit your tweets or edit your tweets and whatever. It gives you can upload longer videos up to 2 hours long or an hour long. All the benefits of having an X. I never really was into it, but then came along because I'm a part of this NFT group called Chin Pokies. It's a bunch of cartoon pictures of you know, the thing down there for the penis.
Oh, the balls.
Yeah, it's a cartoon picture of that. It's weird ass humor. So I'm a part of this group. I have a couple, like I bought 4 of their NFT, so 2 of their NFTs, and I got 2 for free. And they're giving me an incentive to create content on Twitter, which is X. They're going to pay out. They have this fund, and they're paying out people from this fund who post and advertise about them and post like little funny stuff about them promoting Chin Pokies. Chin Pokies, you're getting a shout out right here on Wefobz. Anyhow, what am I saying? So I weighed the pros and cons of trying to get a subscription. If you pay for a subscription, it's $8 a month. You get that blue check mark, or you could save about 12% of that, is what they say, and you pay $89 for a whole year. Well, of course, your boy dropped that yearly. I had something in the bank.
They're like, got him.
Got him. But then why I made the call is because if I'm going to get paid from this fund, this could cover my yearly costs. I mean, my monthly costs. You know what I mean?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
But I'm doing the work here from home, and I need to be able to do work from home because I have parents that need. One of my parents needs 24/7. What do you call it? Caretaking. I'm helping out with my younger brother here, and I just need to be home. That's what I'm trying to say. And being able to earn this type of income from just something, a little side, something to help out with stuff, I was like, man, I might as well do it and try to gain following. And then that in return, because I have it under guysosmooth. If you want to follow us on Twitter, Puni Moa, what's your Twitter handle? X handle?
PUN. Puni 1, baby. And Guysosmooth, you ain't lying, man. I'm looking at you, 473. Are you still killing me? Oh,
Damn.
Bro, I've had it for a while. I was at 300, or I just hit the 400 mark. But then this is one of the ways I'm trying to increase our audience. You know what I mean? Is I got to hook up with these other or not organizations, but these other media groups that are doing the same things that we are doing. But I enjoy being with them. You guys know what I mean? It's like another club.
Yeah, it's finding that club and being a part
like
of
your
it.
bowling alley club or your chess club. It's like that. And this is how the Wefobz platform was built, because all of that, those followers from there gets funneled. I'll try to funnel them this way. If they find what they like from our podcast, then they're along for the ride.
Yeah, tell them about the how you start getting incentives, because it's what the minimum is 500 followers, correct?
Well, it's a very new thing that they're doing. This group that I have. So
I'm
they're
talking about to get some money through.
I'm not even
X.
Rstamon, Puni Moa. I'm not even talking about what X is doing. I'm going to tell you later what X is doing to get you money. I'm just talking about what this little group I'm a part of. So what they do is they're going to keep track. I take record of all the tweets that I make that promotes their brand. Right? So anytime I talk about, like I said, it's called Chin Pokies, like your under chin, your chin.
Yes.
And then Pokies. And I was laughing. The reason why I got into it, because Pokies is like, it's our word, what we call it. It's like Poki, right?
Are you on game? What we're talking about, Rasta? Is our balls or dick?
You dig?
That's what he's talking about on the X.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
I'm going to share to you guys. I'll
It's
show
an
you
animation.
It's
an
an
animation of like being creative of how to draw animation of your, your man size.
I'll give you guys a picture. I'll send it right here on our, and I'll tweet a pic. I'll show a photo of an NFT. It's right there on the chat, guys. But man, I don't know if I should show it for the audience. I'll give you all a link.
Yeah, we'll post it on our.
I'll post up the link right there in the description so you guys could go look at it. If you're into NFTs and cryptocurrency, then this is right down your alley. If it's too much for you, don't touch it. But let me just say, I'm going back to it. The reason why I bought a subscription to X is because I see if I can get some money from this fund, it's going to pay off the monthly cost of it, which is monthly. It's supposed to be $8. I'm saving 12% on that 8. You get it? I was doing the math. It works out. I'm getting paid to type up content, to create content. And that's why this topic for following the market is about using X as a content creation now. Everybody's on Facebook. Everybody's on TikTok. Everybody's on Instagram, right? Yeah. Everybody's on Telegram. Everybody's on Discord.
X is the new thing.
X is the new thing. This is the other road. It was Twitter before, but now Chief always talked about it, Rstamon. Like Elon knows what he's doing. We were kind of clowning on Elon the first time when he started taking over Twitter. But man.
No, I mean, I'm game with it too, because I mean, this guy is spending, he's already spent billions of dollars.
44.
Investing into this X. So he has a game plan. And we finally found a social media platform that we're actually in the beginning of it and can be able to, eventually become MrBeast.
Yeah. I mean, I started with when I started with 0 followers, and then I started following different communities is the word I was looking for. So it's communities. I started following different communities.
But before you go on, when did you start? It's important to let the viewers know, because I know when you started.
Bro,
that's inspiring.
Oh, dude, when we first launched Wefobz back in 2021, was it? A year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. About a year ago to the day. The Wefobz podcast is going to be a year old in November. So I started when we started. This was the whole journey about trying to look for another road to financial freedom, because the regular roads weren't working for me. And I know when I hooked up with all of you all, especially Chief, you, Puni Moa, Queen, Rstamon, and what was her name?
Uso and Gray.
So everybody who's come on, it's been a trip towards our financial freedom. And I told, when I put together for all of you, and I told Chief that this platform is where it's at. It's Web3, NFTs, cryptocurrency. This is where it's at. This is how we're going to get in, but we're going to use our old school knowledge to get in. Now it refers back to this Twitter thing. I was not a big Twitter guy. I was Facebook and YouTube. But
I'm still not a Twitter guy.
Bros, I'm on Twitter almost 24/7 because of inspiring stuff like this that motivates you to earn. That's the new thing going on now. You don't just go on to post, because I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook. I know that Puni Moa follows me. Rstamon, I don't know if you have a Facebook account because you're so busy. But I post
a Facebook account.
So I do funny stuff. I post up, stuff that I believe in. Why do I post? Like I said, I'm trying to find work from home, but I love to share content or stuff with people. Is kind of why I love with you guys coming on, share my thoughts with people, and like just to motivate them to get look for better paths in the world, right? Live better lives, have fun, laugh, try not to stress out. Yeah, that's why I post. And I figured, man, you all said, why don't we do something where we could make a living off of it? Hence, Wefobz came about. Hence, guysosmooth has always been my gamer tag. I've always played video games under guysosmooth. A couple of people on the video game, they know me as a little toxic sometimes, but I say I only take revenge on cheaters who I believe are cheating in the video games and stuff. But this is why I use the guysosmooth, my call name. That's my story behind it. Anyhow, where does it blend into X? Creating on X. Not only am I getting that, I already told you about that little group, but Elon Musk, if you hit 500, is it 500?
It's 500 followers, yes.
You hit 500 followers and your tweets get about a couple views a day. Elon Musk he's sharing his revenue from Twitter, X, with you. And they're not taking a percentage of it. He's not taking any percentage of it. This is huge for people who create content. It's even bigger than YouTube. I think YouTube, all the media places are being threatened with what he has planned for X. And I'm there for the ride, boys.
Yeah, I've been on Elon, following his track on interviews and trying to understand the whole point of why he purchased Twitter, which is now his X. And we talked about it before, that he needed a social media platform. And why start from the ground zero, when you can just buy one that's already relevant and just change the name and do what he wants to do on there. And it's I'm still trying to learn it, bro, because I get on there, it's not really user friendly.
Oh, it's becoming that way. It's coming that way. He's getting it to that point. If you get that's the other thing. When you get the blue check mark, you don't have to post little sentence tweets anymore. You can make them as long as you want. And like I said,
kind
before,
of minimum. It's like minimum stuff. That's basic.
Without the blue check mark, you can only post up 1 minute videos. With the blue check mark, you can post up to 2 hours, I think. 2-hour videos. Yeah. So of course, this podcast is going up there. An hour or 2 hours. I'm gonna get this podcast up there. If not, a bunch of shorts of it up there.
Yeah, that'll be the way to do it.
Yep. And he sees it. So he's already doing copyrights for using this as a financial hub too, where you could send money in and out of wherever you are without being charged. He's doing that. And the money he wants to send is like cryptocurrency, and his favorite crypto, like Dogecoin. That's what he's doing. Cryptocurrency in and out without getting charged. Or they take a very, very small, minuscule fee. Not like the middlemen of right now, like you send money and take what, 3%, 4%, 5%.
I mean, it's definitely a challenge that's worth trying. I mean, what I see is like 500 followers.
Well,
and then you have to get the blue chip. Yeah, you have to purchase that. And then also your impression. It has to have 15 million impressions within 3 months.
Well, what I'm going to open this up to Rstamon and Puni Moa and Wefobz Nation, I want you all to come over and let's be regulars on. I tell you, the news you get on there is unfiltered news. Like you will get news from the far right, the far left, everywhere. But it's unfiltered. Like, the news you're getting from CNN News and all that stuff is filtered, right?
Yeah.
Then you get stuff from these guys. Like you go on the X now, you get all this news, and you gotta research the sources to make sure, okay, is this bullshit or not? But at the same time, you're like, wow, I didn't know this about that. There's no what would you call it? No secret whatever guiding whatever news is coming out of there.
And it's called Platform X.
Yeah.
Or X Twitter.
X, yeah, but people call it tweets now. I don't know what they're gonna call tweets later, but you could still call them tweets. But the platform is called X, and
but it's definitely changed. It's no longer like a tweet kind of deal. It's more of competing with Facebook and all of them.
So what's the big deal? He's about to pay out way more than all those TikTok, YouTube is about to pay out. That's the big deal.
He's going to take all their followers.
That's what he's looking at.
He's smart.
Man, like Chief called it,
Brilliant.
man. He had a plan. Chief Lock
Yep,
said it.
he's
He had a
brilliant.
plan.
Yep.
And
Chief
no.
Lock is Elon Musk all the way. He's Elon Musk all the way.
And I tell you, brothers, I'm there for it. Wefobz Nation, I'm there for it. I wish you all come over on X, make up my if you're looking for me, if you want to follow me at guysosmooth. Rstamon, I hope you come on board. We also could have live sessions on X.
Yeah.
And people can request to come up to speak to you. They called it previously Twitter Spaces, but I think they're gonna call it X Spaces now. X is gonna play into their whole thing for Mars.
And it's 89 for the year.
Yeah, it's just take a look at it. It's a wave that I think we could not. Wefobz Nation, Rstamon, Puni Moa, don't miss it. Don't miss this wave.
I mean, for me, I see it like that's $89 for me for 12 months.
12 months
to go ahead and evaluate and see what I can do. That's worth it.
That's exactly why I did what I did.
It's a lot cheaper than trying to go pay for a gym monthly. If it's like $89 for 1 month to go work out.
I don't know about that, bro. My gym is $5 a month.
Hey, yeah, you can't beat $60 a year, right? We're probably even less than the $5 a month, right?
Yeah.
What gym is that one? What gym is that one, Rstamon?
It's Eagle Fitness.
The Eagle Fitness. Oh, that's the other one that they got over there. What, the $10 one, huh?
Yeah, it started at $10, but then I referred somebody and it became $5. So the last like 10 years, I've been paying $5.
Oh, see, the last 10 years, because you're a loyal
15
fan.
years.
You're a loyal customer. See, that's the difference, Rstamon. Let's get it right now.
Get it right.
Yeah, but the thing is about this gym, everybody you refer, they knock $5 off of your membership.
Exactly. So what's the original $10 or something like that, right?
Let's just say $10.
Yeah, $10, 12 months. That's $120. You know what I'm saying?
Well, tying it all into what
140?
everybody said.
120.
12?
120. 112, 120?
120, yeah.
I was like, what kind of math is that you doing?
120, baby. You see what I'm saying? 120, $89. I rest my case, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Wefobz, where are we going with this? It's why. So the question becomes nowadays, times have changed. Why go on a social media platform just for free when you could get paid to go on, right? Why play video games for free when you can get paid to play video games? This is what the world is with Web3, NFTs, cryptocurrency, digital AI. This is what I'm bringing to you both, Rstamon and Puni Moa. What you all think before we start closing things out?
Rasta.
Hit me with that again.
What do you think about how this is looking? How's the, you interested in? I know you have. Wait, you hardly post on social media, right, Rstamon?
I do hardly post.
Yeah.
I do never post, I would say.
Wefobz Nation, we are blessed with Rstamon's presence to be on the podcast, period. But Rstamon, how do you see this working out for us in the long run with our stuff? You think it's going to be a positive for us?
I think it is going to be a positive because the vibes you guys project, it'll draw people to you because people want positivity now. There's so much negativity around. You can find negativity anywhere, and so you want a change, you want a difference. So people will be drawn to the podcast, especially if like islanders and like people from the Caribbean and stuff, they like certain vibes,
Yeah.
So if the vibes is right, we roll with it. That's how we do it, So definitely, I could see like a strong, future for the podcast. And it's like even when like I listened to you guys' first podcast, I was very impressed. The very first one, like I listened to it and I was like, whoa. And I called Chief up right after I listened to it. I was like, bro, that podcast was fire. It was right on the money. It was just it was the stuff, bro. You know, I got hooked on that very first podcast. No joke, it hooked me. You know, so you guys had me there with that first one, number one. You guys did. So I know it could go places because it feels right. Feels right.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Puni Moa?
Yeah, just to continue off of what Rstamon is saying, it's consistency. As long as we stay on this wave, we're eventually gonna make it, you know, and that's what I see in a lot of successful entrepreneurs and also just business. Is staying consistent. The only time we can fail is when we actually quit on ourselves. But you know, there's going to be up and down. The season changes, but as long as we remain, you know, creating content, talking on our podcast, and then getting used to this X, which used to be Twitter, because you definitely fired me up, and I was looking into that. And I'm excited about it. You know, it's challenging, but hey, we got to start somewhere. So, yeah, I see what's our numbers like? It's definitely increased, right? Because I remember when, like, Russell said, when I first listened to you guys, I think there was only like 4 or 5 of us that chimed in.
We're in the double digits, going into the triple digits with listeners. So
and that's only 1 year.
Less than a year. Less than a year.
Less than a year. You know what I'm saying? So imagine once all of our team are able to get on board and we all stayed that consistent, it's gonna make a change too. Because there's like 5 or 7 of us team members.
Yes.
And imagine all of us, you know, on this X, and we all have our own individual ones that we do, and then plus the Wefob, man, the possibilities out there. And the good thing is, because I follow a lot of this is just me, and Chief Lot has kind of got me going into this route of looking into the Polynesians and just like Caribbeans, you know, all of us islanders around the world. That's pretty much whyuce's target audience right now, because I'm starting to understand the movement of Caucasian, Black, Asians, you know, they're sticking together. And as long as we could stay consistent in this platform in the US, heck, the rest of our islanders, Caribbeans, Polynesians are going to get on board, and we're just going to, you know, numbers and strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I got, Oos.
Well, bros, that's all we needed, man. That's all we needed. I invite you to like X Spaces, Puni Moa, Rstamon. Well, Rstamon is gonna be busy. Puni Moa, you and I can test some spaces out, get it ready for the future. Because when people come into our spaces, it'll be actually live, not pre-edited, not pre-recorded like this podcast. One more thing before I let you guys do your closing thoughts. On X, you can reach the freaking celebrities in their spaces. I went into a space with Elon Musk, bro. Heard him talk. I could have talked to him if I but I probably wouldn't. But I was listening. It's like you're going to a forum without paying the bucks to go there. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was already
free.
Yeah,
it's like a master class.
You go to the spaces and he's talking all this good stuff. Anyhow, let's get some closing thoughts, man. My mind is like buzzing. Let's go, Rstamon. Closing thoughts.
Yeah, you know, I'm very interested about getting on that X stuff now, you know, just to promote stuff, you know, promote the business, promote myself and promote Wefobz, you know. You know, I'm excited that I got invited to be a guest host on the Wefobz platform, and I know we're gonna do great things in the future, big things, you know, especially in the community. You know, people are gonna know our name. They'll be like, "Oh, you guys are Wefobz." They're gonna know our name. We're gonna get it out there, you know.
Way to go, way to go, Puni Moa.
Yeah, you know, when you get a chance, listeners, follow me on Puni Moa 1 on X. Hey, but like Rstamon said, man, with great minds put together, you have formed the Wefobz, baby. So continue to stay tuned with us, man, and we appreciate y'all for listening. And shout out to who is it? Chief Lot,
Chief Lot.
You know what I'm saying? Afauso, you know what I'm saying? Who's it? Soleus, you know what I'm saying? We love y'all. Till next time.
Oh yeah. And on my end, If you're looking to follow me on X, at guysosmooth, you could also follow
I'm gonna join.
Yeah, Rstamon.
So
Rstamon,
you're gonna be my first follow.
Put at Rstamon, bro. Put at Rstamon, please. Bring it on. Bring it on. Yep. Use that as your profile. Dude, it's gonna be lit. We're gonna be our host faces. And then Elon gonna start paying us, daddy.
Damn. Yep. Money from the big man.
Yep. So that'll be all our goals. Get 500 followers, get a certain amount of tweets, and then whenever you tweet up, you get paid for it, bro. Literally.
Oh.
Anything you tweet, it'll go there, Wefobz Nation. Other things y'all want to take note of is we're going to be putting out the whyuce episode. What episode was this, bro? 25, right? Whyuce episode 25 coming out before this episode. Make sure you check that out, wefobz.io/podcasts. We're still continuing to build. It's been less than a year. We're getting those views in. Thank you all to all the fans. Join us wherever we're going. This wave is one you don't want to miss. We're going to X. We're going to skies. We're doing things like MrBeast, trying to follow in his footsteps. Keep away from things that Kanye West did. Don't be robbing people if you know you're gonna get your ass beat. Those are all lessons we put down for today.
Lessons in life.
Yeah. We love you all, man. Make sure to tune in. This is Puni Moa. This is Rstamon. This is guysosmooth. We want to say, Wefobz!
Wefobz, baby.
Getting my dude going around.